Smoke on the mic, yeah, we bring the flame. Thursday nights, it's a vibe, y'all gon' know the name. C. Wells, Jamie G. Jerome, DJ 2. Facts and flavor mix, that's how the crew do. Catch us live, hit that like, don't be shy. Talking SWAC, y'all, with the jokes that fly. We ain't ducking no smoke, see us holding rank. Discussion, sharp enough to make a ship sink. We got stats, we got smack all rolled in one. SWAC talk like the smoke from a loaded gun. Y'all tune in every week, it's a new vibe. Opinions clash like titans, watch the sparks collide. Here for the teams, for the sports, for the jokes you need. Cut through the noise, watch SWAC Smoke's gonna lead. No fakes, no chill, bring the truth you seek. Every Thursday night, yeah, we running the streak. Catch us live, hit that like, don't be shy. Talking SWAC, y'all, with the jokes that fly. We ain't ducking no smoke, see us holding rank. Discussion, sharp enough to make a ship sink. From the court to the field, we dissect the play. Breaking down the wins and losses of the day. A different crew, but the unity's tight. Facts mixed with the laughs, got you feeling alright.
All right, everybody, what is going on? How y'all doing? Let me get this screen straight. All right, everybody, what's happening, man? How y'all doing? Welcome to a late night edition of SWAC Smoke, Quiet Storm coming at you. We like I said, man, we probably ain't gonna be here too long tonight because I know it's been a long day for everybody. But we want to just check in and chop it up a little bit, and see what's what. So, gentlemen, how y'all doing today, man? How's it going?
It's a great day to be a tiger.
Hey, hey, it's going, man. I'm ready for tomorrow to move on. Let this day get on by me and move on past it, on to the next one. I can't dwell on that one there. Got to move on to the next and hope for brighter days.
I feel the same way. I mean, I can't argue with nothing nobody say tonight, man. I thought it'd be a close game, man. But we made some bad mistakes, man. First off, before we go too further, man, just want to make sure we keep Jalen Woods in our thoughts. I heard he doing okay. Supposed to be coming back with the team, but man, he took a rough hit in the game. He having a rough start this season, but hopefully everything all right, and he get himself back on track. Regardless of what he do on the field, man, you want to make sure he's healthy. So that's definitely the main thing that we want to do. Is show him some love and respect on that. I guess we I don't know where y'all want to start.
Man, first of all, we're gonna start off with the European Championship match against Chris Dukes and Crook in the comments. Cause Crook said we ain't good and Duke said FAMU and Southern ain't good, so
coming over the top rope.
I gotta give my disclaimer. I don't know nobody won. I saw Jackson won 28-14, I think. But
we won.
I don't know no other scores.
Grambling is
mollywopping them boys.
Langston, and Texas Southern tied up with Prairie View 7-7 right now. I'm watching that game right now.
And
Southern won.
Yeah, we won 34-29 game.
Ugly win, but they won.
It was ugly, man. I guess I started off since we it was kind of tight, man. We didn't know what to expect from Valley, man. They came out, throwing reverse passes and all this kind of stuff, playing 2-3 quarterbacks. They on their first punt, they lined up with two people back in the punting position. I don't know what that was about, but I think Valley got potential. They still got a lot of work to do, but their defense looks like gonna be better than it was last year. Their offense don't really got no rhythm yet. That quarterback they got is slippery. He gave us a lot of problems on broken plays, but we fumbled 2 times in the third quarter, led to 9 points, and that would really kept the game close. Jalen Woods went down, Cam McCoy came in. Receivers dropped a ton of passes. I think we dropped like 4 passes on one possession. Finally caught one for a touchdown, had a couple of big runs, and just kind of survived. Like I said, I thought it would be like a 10 to 14 point game. So, it was in that range till late. We still got a lot of work to do, obviously, regardless of what happened. Regardless of whether it was a win or loss today, Southern was gonna have a lot of work to do. They still got to clean up a lot. They missing big plays here and there, turnovers, then rear their ugly head. It's a lot of work to do. But they did show flashes again. But I'm not ecstatic. I'm just glad it's over with. Get ready for next week. And that's about it, man. Like I said, ain't too much to really say about this game, man. It was ugly, and that's all I can say.
Sometimes, man, you gotta take them ugly wins.
Oh yeah, man. I'm never gonna not take a win. You know what I'm saying? Like
you better than losing.
Oh yeah, I mean, a game like that is always better to win ugly than to lose, because a loss is like irreparable damage.
I think Crook had
win,
Travis Burrell play, and Travis Burrell got hurt in the first quarter after the first drive anyway. So he was on the sideline. Jeremiah Williams was on the sideline, and it was a couple key players out for JSU today. So. But let you go ahead and get finished what you were saying though.
I really ain't had too much more, because like I say, anything else I got is just a petty gripe, man. Like I said, I'm just gonna take this game, and it was an unknown, and nobody knew what Valley had. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shout out to my boy, my OG Reggie Flood, man, for calling the game. Him and Mo did a good job, man.
Long time, Reggie Flood, man.
Definitely shout out to my OG, man. I was happy to hear him do his thing. So that's definitely always gonna be a bonus. Man, he got me into this field. So I always want to show respect to him, man. Anytime anything go off, that dude then grinded and got himself to a good spot. So definitely want to show him love there. And like I said, I really ain't got nothing else to really say, man. I thought we showed flashes. We hit some big plays. We gave up some big plays in the football game. 2 teams on the field, 11 guys at a time. It was a football game, and it ended up like a football game do. So I don't have too much more. So I'm a big soldier. I'll let you go next, I guess. And we say,
I want to shout out that quarterback from Valley, man. He did some nice work for
that dude was slippery, man. Like
he did some nice work, passing and rushing at football. And there was another little receiver Valley had. He did some nice work too. Shout out to Valley, because man, they made that game close for a long period of time, and that one little play Southern pulled off on them. But man, Valley a different team. This ain't just your number. I mean, this ain't your old Valley of the past right here.
Man, I still can't go there yet, because I don't think they got people got film on them now. They got talent, but I don't think they even got. And I don't even think they got more talent than last year. I think they got some guys just like they did last year, but people got film on them now. They ain't gonna be able to surprise people. And I think they're gonna be, they're gonna be tough to beat, because Valley always tough to beat. But I don't think they at that point yet where you need to, when you play them later on, you need to be scared of them, man. I think Valley became a myth these last couple months, man. I want to squash that, bro. They got guys, but they still Valley, man. You can see it. They don't got no depth really. They still making a lot of mistakes that other team wouldn't have made against us, and we'd have lost that game. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they do moving forward. since people see what they got. And I wish them the best, but I still don't really see a lot from them this year. But they played hard, and they always play hard at home. So
Okay, well, I guess I'm saying Jack State played a good opponent in Hampton, struggled on offense, but still found a way to pull that thing on out. I think both teams played some really good defense and made some really big plays on defense. Man, Hampton is not your common HBCU team, man. They play some real talent. In the CAA, man, I'm talking about they came out there, they established from the gate, and say, hey, we ain't here to play with y'all, and we ain't here to lose by busting that long touchdown run on that 4th and 1, man, in their own territory. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, my hat's off to them, man. Them, a lot of people was saying that, JSU was gonna blow them out, which I didn't think so, because Jack State didn't score that very, very many points in their first game, even last season. It's a lot of kinks we still got to work out, and we can only get better. Morgan struggled in the game, but one thing, Amari Miller, man, he come out of nowhere, man, and hit some big long runs, man. Dude had like 172-yard rushing and 2 touchdowns. Quincy Ivory looked real good too at that defensive end spot. He really played a solid game, man. And man, hey, J State could have lost that game, man. That one big turnover in the red zone. Hey, that was key. That helped, establish along that next play with that big long run. So, hey, I mean, we won, so that's the only thing that matters at the end of the day. We won, we got the W, so we on the Southern Mississippi. But if we play like that against Southern Mississippi, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna come out of there with the W, but expectation is, it was some key. It was some positives out of there, I think the defense played good. O-line did some good work or whatever, but guys like Morgan, man, he's a senior, this is money year, so he got to make them throws and be more focused. So Davenport looked good too.
Yeah, he had a touchdown, didn't he?
Yeah. Davenport looked real good.
Kind of rusty on that backflip though.
A lot of acrobatics, man. He had a backflip in the back of the end zone.
He a little rusty on that backflip though, but that was a good touchdown run. I thought he was gonna come up short on that backflip. The way he did it at first, I was like, bro, don't do that.
Well, FAMU, we might as well go on jump on that right quick. FAMU had a tough day today down here in Miami. Offense could never get nothing going, could never get anything to click. The running game, passing game really wasn't clicking. Our quarterback, in my opinion, he looked a little nervous. He just looked like because he was just missing some plays. I mean, the plays were there to be made, and he was just kind of missing the throws a little bit. And it cost us. We had a blocked field goal attempt. And it wasn't long, it was a short one. But the defense did good, I guess we could say. They only gave up 10 points. Gave up 7 points in the first half, and then pretty much held to the last play of the game before they gave up the last 3 points, But it's gonna have to be some soul searching at FAMU to find that quarterback position, because I think the athletes are still there, and they just kind of like just got to find somebody to get the ball to them, because Howard came up and was in the box just kind of daring the quarterback to throw the ball, and he couldn't really get nothing off, and the officials was letting them play because they was real handsy, but they let them play. So I think we might have got one pass interference or something like that, but for the most part, on both sides, they was letting them kind of play a little bit. So I can't say that was the what it was as far as that, but the receivers just wasn't getting a lot of separation. But I mean, it's a long season, and right now it's can't nowhere to go but up for FAMU as far as that go. You know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I thought earlier they had a good game plan, letting him throw kind of short, and letting the receivers make the plays with their legs and running the ball pretty decent in the first couple of drives. And like I say, I think Howard started to adjust to that, and once they hit him a couple of times, I think he kind of lost his edge, because he had one play where he had a pass down the field, and he pulled it back down and he got sacked, and then I thought he had threw it.
Yeah,
I watched the replay.
17. He was throwing it to 17.
I thought he had threw it, and he didn't. And I'm like, those are the kind of things, those are young mistakes.
Mhm.
You're not used to being in college football, and you can't do that. That
Nope.
really puts you, in a bad spot.
And
so
he was also, like, when he was gonna run, he was indecisive. Like, he'll start off running and be like, "Oh no, I'm gonna throw it." And bruh, once you get that first mind, say, "Get your ass out of there," just going on, get on out of there.
Just go, go ahead and go. ain't no check. Like I said, this ain't this ain't high school. Where you can change direction 3 times and still pick up 10, 15 yards, man. Once you commit, you got to go. Whether you get something or you don't get something, you got to make something happen. Whether it's an incompletion or whatever, you got to be decisive.
Man, check this out though. Did y'all know that FAMU's not FAMU, but Howard was starting QB? That was the Jackson State backup, Tyreek Starks.
Oh, that's what that was?
Yeah, from FAU.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they said that, yeah, I think he transferred to Howard.
I don't know. They
didn't do no,
he didn't do
either, though.
Yeah, he wasn't doing that much, man. It was because, I mean, our defense would let him out the box, which is that's not a good sign, because it seemed like it's gonna be some more running quarterbacks up on our schedule, and that was bailing them out. We'll get them in 3rd and long, 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12, and we'll get in there about to make the sack, and he'll just make a little move here and there and extend the play, and that's how they were just kind of controlling the ball, But
especially on
you got to learn how to win. You got to learn how to win.
That last drive, man, they really bailed themselves out of 2 or 3 plays on that drive.
The team started celebrating. They had the sack. They had him sacked. It was 3rd and 17. And they run it, the dude that got the sack, he was celebrating and stuff. He's like, "Dog, you got 2 more plays, 2 more plays. It ain't time to go through the celebration yet." You know what I mean? It's like they got to learn how to win. I'll say that right there. Both sides, defense for sure.
And this definitely was an ugly game, man. Howard didn't even have 200 yards of offense. They had 195. So I mean, FAMU had 272. So it was a defensive game for the most part. And like you say, these kind of games really not supposed to happen. I don't, you got to find, and sometimes I know a lot of people be adverse with making changes, but when your QB is playing like that, man, you might as well just see what else happens the first game, just especially the battle was as tight as it was,
honestly, I don't hang very much on, week 1 and week 2. You know what I'm saying? Because I still feel like there's a lot of kinks you can work out.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I think teams can get better within, week 1 to week 2. And you know what I'm saying? Now, after week 2 and 3, you're gonna be pretty much who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Like, so once you get the end of September, that's who you are. Unless you just a team that got injured early and you trying to get back right, but otherwise, that's what you are.
Boy, yo, on a kickoff opportunity.
I won't be surprised to see the other quarterback next week, C. Wells. at
I
FAMU.
think you got to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm looking at it from an outside perspective. I feel like the natives is restless, so you gonna have to do something to appease them. You know what I'm saying? And that's coming from somebody that know what that's like. You know what I'm saying? Like it's you know you don't want to have to battle the other team, and your fan base, but you know
It was
these three teams up here. You know they don't play, man. And people don't play.
this game. You know, I think
Ooh.
FAMU like 1-5 in this since they done been back down here in this Orange Blossom Classic. So I don't necessarily like this game. I don't like the stadium.
Yeah.
The band don't sound good in there.
You know,
It'd be hot.
I just don't
protested,
understand.
huh?
Honestly, I just don't understand why we got to go way to Miami to play a ball game. You know, why we can't do home at home?
Well, that Orange Blossom Classic that'll appease the Miami because Miami is like probably the biggest alumni. I know they have the most students probably at FAMU. So you want a game down here in South Florida, but I think they may need to move it to a smaller stadium because
Yeah, I agree.
you know they said it was 22,000 people in there, but it didn't look like it. You know what I mean? And it feel real hollow, and they be playing all that music, and it wasn't like a football game. It
Well,
didn't
what
have a football.
about Florida International or FAU if they were to still do it in Miami? What about their stadium?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know.
You know,
But
a game like that, they gonna always want it in one of them kind of stadiums. So I
but
doubt it get moved. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause they gonna, especially with a national TV audience, they gonna eat that attendance.
it wasn't a lot of people there, though. Honestly, I know when I was down there tailgating at the little tailgate area, pre-gate area, I was talking to my partners. I was like, man, there ain't that many people here. It should be more people here than this, and it wasn't. But y'all saw them pictures. Did I send y'all that picture? The picture?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I saw that picture.
They went down there like they wouldn't call you and Joy down there, was it?
Yeah, that was all right. But yeah, man, I was bad, man. When I was leaving out the stadium, I was pissed off, you know, because
I would be too after that performance, Jerome.
But,
I mean, like, because I actually picked FAMU to do. Man, FAMU honestly got too much talent for that quarterback to be playing like that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you also got to,
yeah,
like I said, I just
he's
think that's
young though, man. He's
That's a hell of
young.
a fire to throw a young guy into,
Yeah,
man. You know what I'm
he's
saying?
young.
Like, a game like that, I always believe in experience, man. So
What
Yeah.
about Jeff Petty?
that's what I'm saying. Like a game like that, I think you start that dude and go from there. Now, if you open it up with anybody, Edward Waters or somebody like that, yeah, you start a young dude and let him, But that's a lot of pressure to put a young dude under.
Keeping it real. I mean, not that Howard was gangbusters,
yeah, I
but
mean,
we thought they were
didn't do
sorry as
nothing
hell.
special
We thought
either,
they were
though.
sorry, huh? We thought they
were sorry.
Yeah, we thought they were sweet. Now we did. We thought they were sweet, and they still kind of sweet. They got what 10 points. You know what I mean? But I think we kind of looked at them kind of not as serious as we should have. I know I didn't take them serious.
I'm gonna put it this way. I think I look more at FAMU. I look more heavily at FAMU than I did at Howard. Because I mean, Howard, like I said, they didn't do nothing offensively.
Right.
They it's not like it's not like they moved the ball up and down the field and FAMU just couldn't keep up. They just, FAMU offense just did not play well, and neither offense played well. So I think honestly in this game, this was just one of them. Somebody had to win. We don't tie in college football no more.
Yeah,
so somebody had to win. Because I think both teams got questions to answer on offense.
We don't deserve to be in the black college top 10. Please just drop us on out of there. Put 10 more other teams up in there, and let us climb our way back in there later on in the season if we can get back in there. But We're not one of the top teams in there. Not the way we was playing today with the offense. Because unless we fix the offense, we ain't gonna beat nobody good. Anybody with some kind of consistent offense can put up some points. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Unless we
and if you
fix that
playing like
offense,
that,
yeah, we got to
you
fix that.
Yeah,
The
before you
defense
guys
ain't
have
gonna
play
stand up
Bama
like that
State.
the whole season, huh?
Before y'all play Bama State, definitely, because if Bama State, if that offense is legit like it is, well, they're gonna be giving a lot of folks some problems.
yeah, but and you know, it's UAB, so you gotta take that with a grain of salt. But their defense gave up yards out the ass. You know what I'm saying? And
But
so
it's still, you
that,
know what I'm saying? They're still an FBS opponent. You know,
yeah,
the
I'm just saying though, for your offense to play that well, you can't give them credit for the offense playing well and then not hold their defensive performance against them, because that's an FBS defense. So you got, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you gonna get an offense credit for playing well, which they deserve, because they Andrew Biden balled his ass off, you got to get a defense some shade for giving up 52 points, because you should have won. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you can't hold it both ways, because that's
Yeah, that's
FBS
how.
defense they shredded.
Because they play y'all
So-
on Saturday, right?
Yeah, they gonna move the ball, because we have a lot of problems getting guys on the ground. And we keep taking bad angles. We keep dropping these interceptions, man. We had one dude drop 3 interceptions in this game. And
Man,
I ain't talking about like, you know, diving catches that's like, you know, way over your head. I'm talking about hitting him square in the hands. He dropped 3 of them. And 2 on
FAMU
one
did
drive.
get an interception. They got an interception, a turnover. They did, but they ain't made nothing out of it. Didn't even get a field goal out of that interception. Andrew Body SWAC Player of the Week.
Oh, that's easy.
You know, to be honest with you, I can't even argue that. I think he is. I think, and Amaya Miller probably newcomer of the week.
Yeah, that do make it a little interesting, but you know, the SWAC love quarterbacks. So the quarterback put up them kind of numbers, probably get the offensive player of the week. And newcomer, yeah, I think that works, man. Both of them guys had tremendous games. So that definitely, you know, whichever way it go, it's well deserved.
I know who ain't gonna
Andrew
be
Body.
newcomer of the week.
Andrew Body was showing out.
Oh yeah,
I
indeed, man.
I
He
just,
played his ass off.
I was, like you said, I was a little surprised by the defense giving up so many points like that. But
I'm gonna give him a break too. In his first game, you know, they had the lead, you know, but they gave up a lot of stuff on the ground. So, you know,
but all is not lost at FAMU. I ain't gonna just sell the whole farm yet. You know.
Right.
Gotta wait a few weeks before you do that. Like,
Yeah. I ain't ready to get rid of everybody and all of that good stuff. We just got to figure it out at quarterback, and the offensive line gotta. I mean, if you when you down there on the 3-yard line, your offensive line, if that's what we gonna lean on, you know, they got to be able to push the other team on into the end zone. We should have scored a touchdown, and then they wouldn't have been able to kick a field goal and win the game at the end like that. Seriously.
When the offensive line is your strength, they have to get them yards. You know, that's a must.
My only criticism of the coaches, and I know they watch us because we one of the top shows, is that get us an I formation or get us a with a fullback or somebody with a running back can get some momentum headed towards the line of scrimmage instead of lining up in the shotgun on short yardage situations and handing the ball off to the running back on the side and let him have to try, and he don't even have no momentum. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
a pet peeve of mine, man. Like, don't nobody want to, you know what I'm saying? Don't nobody feel like it's worth
the old
going.
school plays.
Yeah,
Like it's old. Like you can't run that because that's what they used to run in the old days.
Football ain't changed
right now.
very much. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nothing better than punching somebody square in the mouth, man. So line up, run at them, make them stop you. If they bow their backs and they stop you like that, then hey, they just stop you. But don't don't make it easier for them, man. You already 6-7 yards back, and you trying to pick up 1 yard. You know what I'm saying? A decent push, they gonna get back there and stop it.
Yeah, that hurt me. That was why we didn't score touchdown. You know, and was having to kick field goals, and then getting the field goal block that didn't help. Special teams really showed up. You know, but on to the next one. I ain't coming back down here though. Saturday, I ain't coming back this week.
I don't blame you.
I'm with
They
you.
gonna be on SWAC TV.
I don't know. I ain't coming back this next Saturday. I'm gonna do it yet. I don't feel like it tonight. Now, maybe by Wednesday, I'll let y'all know Thursday if I'm gonna make the trip back.
You better flip on it.
Yeah. Right now, man, I couldn't even eat. Coming out the game, I couldn't eat or none of that stuff, man. My stomach was turning over, but it's gonna be all right.
Man, Cook say you hurt, man. Man, don't get hurt like that, man.
I've been there, man. I know that feeling, man. I've been there. I've been there.
I mean, it ain't over. You know, a lot of people, think it's over for FAMU. Man, you just never know. FAMU might come back out there next weekend.
It ain't over.
You know how it is with SWAC ball here, man.
It ain't over, but you gotta look at it from the perspective of just that night. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
that night hurts, man. When you be in that stadium and you week one and you
a walk-off field goal. A walk-off field goal.
That they really should not have driven down to get multiple chances of stopping them from getting there.
Got them on 3rd and 17. Let them get that off. Then they complete little dump pass to James and let him. Quarterback draw. Just, I see the drive over and over in my head. But it'll be all right.
Yeah, like I say, a good night's sleep, man, help a lot.
That's just like what about the first, that first year when Jay State and FAMU played in that first class, it was 7-6, and then both teams end up with the best 2 teams in the league. You know what I'm saying?
This ain't that. Yeah. This ain't that team. This ain't that FAMU team. I'm gonna just leave that right there.
Well, I'm gonna just say this. This is SWAC. So you just like you say, they probably won't be like that, but I would never rule nobody out of the SWAC, man. Strange stuff happen. Like I was talking to my old man Friday or Thursday, one of the days, and we were arguing about the Southern game. And he like, man, I don't even see, who Southern gonna beat. I say, man, it's the SWAC. Other than probably, Jackson State. Everybody else, you got a decent shot against, regardless of how you play, because everybody got questions. You just have to be decent that Saturday and pull it out. You ain't got to be great every Saturday. You just got to be decent that night you play whoever it is, and if you survive enough games, you'll make it to where you're trying to go. So that dominance, I don't think FAMU gonna get there, but they can put together a good run if they can find some answers for some questions. But
you missed a field goal, bro, right in the red zone.
What game? What channel is that on?
SWAC TV. And speaking of SWAC TV, what's your thoughts on SWAC TV, C. Will? Because they were kind of tripping earlier.
I thought it was at least for the Southern game, because that's the only game I really watched. It was okay. I mean, it had some moments where it kept freezing on me. But my wife was trying to watch it when she was up in Minnesota, and she said the game was still saying it hadn't started yet. I'm like,
yeah, Joe.
I'm like, it's 3-0 in the middle of the first quarter, And so I think they had some early issues, that you have with stuff like that. But I think it's gonna get better. as they go on. It wasn't a disaster. Nah, I had hella problem with HBCU Go app today.
Man,
that app always sucked, man.
In the middle of the HBCU Go app, no lie. How you was in the middle of the Jack State game and then cut to just hilarious playing cards at the middle of the table.
Oh man.
In the middle of the game, and then it cut out.
Mine had like the game would come up, but then it would have like a screen over it that was saying like loading. And
oh my god.
It's like I could see and hear the game, but
you had to look through.
Yeah, I had to look through like a filter, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I had to like force stop the whole thing just to get it right. And that was like half the first quarter. It really ruined the first quarter.
I wonder if their server was overloaded, you know what I'm saying?
You know, it's like I said, it's always possible with, you know, especially with these early season games, you know, people tuning in for the first time, you know, you might not anticipate the traffic that you get. And you know, some of it is, you know, where they at too. So like I said, we just have to take it a week by week. But I thought it was, you know, I hadn't really watched the other two games yet, so I don't know how that's going. But you know, for the first game, it wasn't as bad as it could have been. But, you know, a lot of times you have them new apps and stuff, it'd be horrible, you know.
Man, I gotta ask my boy Crook a question, man. Now
I'm gonna catch up tomorrow.
Hey Crook, if PV lose tonight, is you gonna be on that boy Lionel head though?
What kind of question is you talking to Crook? You know Crook gonna beat us.
Yeah, I got to see that. That's gonna be funny.
I got to try and get this on. I want to see that game.
Yeah,
I'm watching it now.
I'm about to get in here and check it out in a minute, man. Like I said, I don't think we're gonna be on here too much longer. I know Jerome got to get him some rest.
Yeah, I'm sleepy. Sleeping. I stopped drinking because we was losing, so I just stopped. So
I started drinking.
I ain't started drinking. I ain't had a drink today.
Man, I've been drinking since 12 o'clock, man.
Watch this game.
See what I got? Water.
As soon as I got home from work, man, my wife had sent me a text and she was like, "They got 2 beers in the fridge if you want them." I was like, all right. I said, all right. Man, by the middle of the third quarter, them things was being open. So, like I think I'm gonna say the rest of my thoughts till tomorrow for my show. But
okay.
I ain't really got too much more than that. I want to get in here and catch the rest of this game since, you know, they had that doggone weather delay. So we still got football going on. So I think we're gonna probably shut this one down here. And
all right.
We'll be back Thursday with SWAC Smoke. I'm gonna be back tomorrow with my recap and all that good stuff. So we'll catch y'all next week.
Strike again.
And get it right. If you gotta go practice, you gotta practice, man. Help them boys get right.
We'll be all right, man. I was waiting on him to call me, but he ain't never look up there. So I guess
you said you had about 20 snaps in you, man. They should have called you.
Defense, I can't play quarterback though. That's what he needed. I ain't no quarterback. You know what I mean? I guess that's why. Yeah, we still alive.
Chris Dishman looked like Black Panther in the game. He got an all black suit on. I mean, all black little, you know, get up with a chrome. Look like Black Panther out there, man.
That man come ready for action. But man, I'm about to get in here and catch the rest of this game, man. So y'all enjoy it. Y'all Saturday night, man. Everybody be safe, and we'll catch y'all on the next one.
We hope to see y'all next week, bro.
Peace.
Peace.
God dog.